You are listening to the number one talk business show in all of North Carolina. Let me prove it to you. 10 years strong, over 750 small business owners and community leaders, well over 400 videos, interviews on my sexy new YouTube channel, Joe Vagnone, Business Broker. We are live on Facebook, and we are here to inform, inspire, and entertain you for the entire hour. Thank you so much for allowing us to be a part of your Friday mornings for the last 10 years. If it's Friday morning, I'm sipping on a cup of black powder coffee because it's delicious. And today we have a special guest. She is my friend, whether she will admit it or not. Fabi Preslar. She is the founder of Spark Publications. She has been doing this for 25 years. Fabi, thank you so much for being here. I really appreciate it.
I accept being your friend, Joe. And thank you.
Careful. That could get dangerous around here.
I'm sure. I'm ready for the challenge.
I can't tell you how pleased I was to find out that you were Renee's publisher, but I was not surprised, right? And it seems like a lot of the books that I like that are written locally are coming from you. I'm not saying that because you're here. I'm not saying that because you're a friend. I'm saying that because you have built a phenomenal organization. And I don't realize how blessed I was. We met years ago just by chance.
Yes.
Both of us went to CPCC. Both of us received the Dr. Hagermeyer Award, which is the top award you can receive at
only one person a year.
That's right. And you and I just happened to be sitting at the same table together. Little did I know how special it was, again, that my alma mater had put me next to somebody that I would appreciate the relationship with. And our paths continue to cross and meet over the years.
They do in a beautiful way.
That is true. So walk me through, what is Spark Publications? Because, I go to your website, and it's a whole lot of stuff, right?
Yeah. Pick a tab. It helps.
That's right.
Pick a tab.
But publication doesn't quite define what it is you actually do. So kind of the best that you can describe Spark Publications.
All right. Well, Spark Publications is a custom publisher of nonfiction publications, specifically books for entrepreneurs and leaders. So when you're thinking of business books, cookbooks, very specific memoirs, or, just very unique lookbooks or custom publications that could help you grow your business or your platform. And then the even larger side of our business is producing magazines for large national associations, lifestyle magazines, as well as other trade and business-to-business magazines.
And I think that's where I first sort of connected with you. I'd started Lake Norman Woman magazine years ago, and so I knew the professional work that you do. And that's when I realized there are publication firms, and then there are skilled publication
yes,
firms.
There
right?
are.
I mean, that's when I realized there really is a difference, right?
Thanks for defining that. I appreciate that.
Right. Well, because an inexperienced person would not know that until they dig into this, right?
Correct.
I wrote a book, and I'm embarrassed to say that in front of you two women, right? Because now I realize what I did was kind of put some notes on a piece of paper and stick the papers together, right?
It was a beautiful brochure, Joe. You did a beautiful brochure.
That's exactly right. And so there really is a difference, right?
There is.
And that's what I want people listening to hear. That, can you talk about that? Because there's different phases of putting together either a magazine or a book that are really important, and a lot of us skip about 10 of those steps, right?
You do, and I do
talk
not.
a little bit about that.
I do not allow our clients to skip those steps. The most important steps is to go through just that initial strategy session and getting really, really clear on who the audience is and what you need to provide the audience and what you need to get back from them. And, getting a clear goal as to what your book, your magazine needs to accomplish, and it's different for a lot of entrepreneurs But for the ones that we work with, and we select 20 a year, so unfortunately we don't select more than we take on, but there are reasons for that. It needs to be a business owner that is already successful in their business. So if you are,
you got to believe in their story.
Well, it's believe in their business, their platform, their story, and we meld those stories. We kind of infuse the personal story with the business story, and you see that in Renee's book.
Yeah,
it's there's so much business wealth in her book, and if that's all that was in there, you wouldn't have been captured in those first two chapters.
True. That's
so
true.
It is the richness of her personal life journey with all of her wisdom that really makes the book so valuable. And that's what we really work with our clients to do. But you got to know what it is you need to accomplish. So we do not work on the bestseller model because that's not viable for a business owner. You can hit the bestseller list, with 25 books at 2:00 in the morning on a Tuesday.
Right.
And so, it's much more important for me to have you sell a book to someone that could be a prospective client or even give the book away. So there's different formats on that, but it all starts with clarity. And we do that through a strategy session. And then through that, we also find out what you need. Like, we have a lot of business owners that come in and have 5 book ideas, right?
Right,
so,
right. That's right.
So that lets me know that there's not clarity, to tell you the truth. And sometimes they come in, they're very clear, but they don't know how to put down the first word.
Yeah.
And so there's a lot of different processes, and we work with ghostwriters, we work with strategic writers.
Okay, slow down, because each one of those statements you just made is like a really big deal, right?
Okay, yes.
In other words, how it is written, the words on the paper really matter. And I've learned that when you're trying to say something and capture a feeling, it's not easy to do. There are people in this world that are just skilled at that, right? And you don't know it until you read the 2 different versions.
Why did you think you could write it all? You're not going to go and build your own home.
Right.
But it just seems like something that you don't always assign the value to until, like you learn the hard way, right?
That's right. Well, it's a great point. I might try and build that home. But when I'm finished, I really don't want to live in it, right?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So, because we all can write, right? But some of us don't write well.
I don't write well. I do not write well.
Yeah.
And I've proven that, and by the bottles of aspirin and red pens from the editors. But I know that I am a great storyteller, and I have good information that I can pull together. But I'm now wise enough to know that I need professional help to get that done correctly.
Well,
Fabi is being very modest.
Well, Renee, I know that I'm trying to pull this out of her, Renee. Any help you want to give me, I'll take it, because I
can tell you from the process that she worked with me on. Her team is very good at what they do and walking the author through every step. And one of the things I want to mention as a business owner, looking at it from a time perspective, because as we all know, time is money. Mm-hmm. And she offers all the different perspectives from that, of when she talks about ghostwriting. I can say I stepped away from that, but it might have been a good idea with as much time as it took me to do it. But at that point in my life, I was retired. So, she does offer a gamut of everything you can imagine to help somebody use a book to promote their business, use it for marketing, or just help other people in life.
Well, for me, and it took years to figure this out, right? Like, I've always known I'm not a good writer. That surprise, right? But what I didn't know is there are people that are very skilled at actually getting the point across so that what you're writing actually connects. For example, I'm pretty good at that verbally, right? And so I know I'm a little bit better than the guy down the street at trying to communicate with what I'm trying to express verbally. And I didn't realize it, maybe until I met you and seen some of your work, That's what happens in writing as well. There are just people skilled at doing this well. You've done a nice job of putting a team together that can make this happen in a way that you actually get what you want, right? So the end product of the book,
or what you need based on your goals.
That's correct.
Yes.
And that is what is unique about it. If somebody wanted to reach you, how could they reach you?
sparkpublications.com/books will get you a lot of information to get started.
And Isaiah's pull up. We're having a little sticky with Facebook, but if you're on the book live, you can see her website. It is, I cannot express you enough what a professional organization that Fabi has put together over the years. Magazines, catalogs, books, digital. I mean, I was surprised when I went to the website how much stuff you actually do.
We get a lot done, and it's a lot of high-level work. Our clients are, national, very large national associations, and then on the business owner side, how I know that we're successful? We attract people like Renee Breazeale. I mean, it is amazing, and I don't take that lightly at all.
No, well, that I know that about you, right? Mm-hmm. You take what you do very seriously. It is important to you when somebody picks up that book that book represents not only your organization but everything Renee wanted it to the first day she knocked on your door, and it doesn't take long for somebody to realize that when they meet you.
That's great to hear. That's how hard we work.
Hey,
yes,
Joe?
Yes, Renee.
One of the things I would like to mention is that this is Fabi's 25th year in business, and it is phenomenal. And she's got a big event coming up in June, right?
Right now, we're scheduled for June 1st. That's correct. So what we're going to do is we're going to celebrate. We're going to celebrate in a great way by starting the morning with a book workshop. And it's going to be a 3-hour workshop. And some of the questions you ask here today, Joe, we're going to go over that and just really set business owners up for really being able to get their books started and, a path to actually get it completed. The juicy part about that workshop is we're going to give away $11,000 of publishing scholarships that day.
Wow. So we got to go to break. But real quick, Fabi, how did this start? Like you didn't just wake up one day and say, I want to help people with publishing and writing, did you? How did it happen?
I started as a graphic designer and knew that I wanted to visually communicate and help grow businesses and help grow opportunities. And it started through the magazines, and then people started asking to help with the books, and then we just grew different divisions from there. Great.
Thank you so much. I really do appreciate you being here.
Absolutely.
Renee, is there one final thing you want to say to Fabi? Besides the fact that you love her? I know you love her.
It's mutual.
I do love her, and I feel so blessed to know her. I would like to add one more thing, that when Fabi mentioned she is a great storyteller, she is a fabulous speaker. Her book, F Words in Business, is absolutely amazing, though she said she couldn't write. So I just want to say Fabi is a very well-rounded individual.
Fabi, I'm going to get you back, and I'm going to, because I've not read your book.
I would have brought you one.
Yeah,
sorry about
and
that.
we need to do that.
Okay.
So I'm going to we'll get you back, and we'll talk about your book.
Sounds great.
Thank you so much for
Thank you. And thank you, Renee.
You are listening to Local Biz Now. I am Joe Vagnone. If it's Friday morning, your business matters. We'll be right back.